Brodes Media.
They turned the page. They are back. This is the series I needed to see to fully convince me to strap up. All right, make sure the seatbelt's on because they're about to take off. They have 12 straight road wins. They just made Tampa look awful. They look like a horrendous baseball team, and the Phillies answered in so many different ways. This wasn't just a simple series. There was some adversity hit. Game 2, Taijuan Walker is giving the Rays constant leads, but you battled, and then he settled into the point where he went 7 innings strong. There's no way in hell after inning 2 or inning 3 you thought Taijuan Walker would last as long as he did, but he settled down, and your offense clicked insanely. You get stopped with multi-hits. The dude's tearing the cover off the ball. All right, you get yourself JT Real Muto logging in a nice effort. Alec Boehm logging in a beauty of a day. I mean, it's just the way that you were able to settle yourself in as the starter while your offense clicked. When was the last time we saw both of those occur on the same night? Just doesn't happen that way so far this year, but it's about to. I know it is. I know it is. I know it is. I know it is. I know that it is. Game 1 in this series, Aaronola shines. The dude had 12 strikeouts. And I like the fact that Rob Thompson gave him the nod in the 8th. Even though there was a home run hit, that doesn't really bother me. I think the message is extremely important from the top dog in Topper, and it was great. 7 1/3. He was killing Tampa. I thought it was strange. You know there's going to be something that I find odd, and that is that after the game, he talked about how special it was to face Zach Eflin just like it was against his brother. What? I'm sorry, what? The San Diego Padres, the Philadelphia Phillies, they met in the postseason. You're telling me playing blood, actually competing against your blood brother, felt just as intense and just as awesome inside as Zach Eflin? All right, if you use that as your motivation, fine. I hope it doesn't take a best friend in Zach Eflin to get you to pitch that way. I want you to pitch that way when you have zero connection to the other team because we need you. I don't know, maybe Christopher Sanchez is now the ace and we found it. And it doesn't even matter because Christopher Sanchez can take the baseball and go 6 and give it 1 earned run. Are you kidding me? This team couldn't win a lick. They couldn't stay involved in games at all when they went to their 5th starter. Now Christopher Sanchez is solidifying that spot and making me actually feel comfortable when it's his day. When the calendar falls and you see, all right, you don't have Taijuan, you don't have Wheeler, you don't have Ranger Suarez. Here's Christopher Sanchez. We're winning this baseball game. Come on, fellas. The team defense, boom, one-handed, grabs the ground ball, fires it down the first base. Bryson Stott defensively, too. What the hell is going on with this team? I'll tell you, they're doing it to us again. Let it be known. Don't fight the fight. I fought the fight to this point. I knew at some point the true colors would be here. They're going to go into Miami and make a big splash. No pun intended. But you could feel the way they feel. No? There's something in the air. There's something about the way that we all have a deep understanding because we've seen it before. See, last year, it did come out of nowhere, but there's more knowledge now. There's a different connection. I mean, I don't think they're going to be a third-place team anymore. I've completely shifted the narrative. The most impressive part to me is they've been doing this while being around 18 or 19 in the league in home runs. I know everyone's smelling the locker room, and it smells like victory, and it smells like dancing on your own, dancing on my own, whatever the hell it is. I was never a big fan of it, to be fair, so shame on me. But it actually bothered me with how much I heard it. But whatever it takes, just get to the fall. Yes, I'm back. I think they could do something way more than a third wild card spot again. That NL West makes it fascinating. You probably won't catch the Braves, but there's still a tremendous amount of value if they played a rate that's just a tad below the Atlanta Braves or something of that nature. You might not catch them. They're a different beast, and we'll see what happens in the playoffs. I want to see progression, though. They were losing so much away from Citizens Bank Park that the only way for them to climb the ladder was to either win a ridiculous, really irrational level of games at home to counterbalance your poor record when you're not in your home soil, or start winning games when you're in an opposing team's ballpark, will ya? Going to Tampa, man. And look, I mean, you can make the argument once again that it was all about the Phillies fans there. They were louder than anything I've heard. No one's a Tampa Bay Rays fan. They don't actually have a fan base. I heard and saw way more Phillies fans, and they were getting loud. Matt Strom. Woo! Jose Alvarado gets out of a pickle. Gets out of a jam. There's something about that. I almost sometimes value the grind part of being on the bump more than the easier day. The easier day, what do you have to worry about? You're in complete control. All eyes are on you. But just go do your thing. Because you've done it through 4. You've done it through 5. You were blessed. You were blessed with the touch. You were blessed with the nasty curve, with the beauty sinker, with an outrageous two-seamer that catches the inside part of the plate, whatever it is. But what happens when the other team starts tagging you and squaring you up? And there's a couple hits in a row with also a walk. Now there's one out. You need a double play ball. And I know it looks easy to get double play balls because the Phillies constantly end their innings with displeasure. But how nice was it to watch the opponent go through that?